leaking. It's getting worse. Yeah. What's going on? Alright guys, that was training for today. Kind of a mixed bag of what I got. Going into today's training session, I have to look back. Last week I trained at home. And it was just, I had 30 minutes to train, so I didn't film anything. I bench pressed 115 pounds for like 5 sets of 10, inclined the same, and that was it. The week before that, I came in here in the gym and on speed work, felt terrible. Put my double denim shirt on, unracked 3 plates, and realized that if I bent my elbows, I was going to eat the bar. I felt that bad, and then I was sick after that. So the plan for today, you know, I'm kind of down and depressed about benching, about all pressing. You know, everything is kind of hurting my back when I set up to press. So if I'm going to make progress, there's got to be a huge amount of fun involved. You know, I'm keeping in mind that, you know, I mean, my goal is Masters World's Strongest Man. I mean, there's nothing higher than that. So, I mean, that's kind of like the goal. And I'm probably going to zero whatever is there in a year. So, you know, getting there, I'm not real motivated to really, you know, I'm not like right there on the edge. You know, I'm way off. So for me to come in here and press, I've got to have a huge fun factor. So for me, fun, I mean, I love being in bench shirts. I love anything to do with speed. I love the bands, and the more band tension, the better. I mean, I thrive off band tension anyway. So that was kind of the plan, to come in and do speed work against some kind of crazy bands. Original plan was just to have the catapult on, 5 sets of 2, and that be it. And then do inclines and some shoulders. But I warmed up, I measured the bands out at 75 pounds a side, so 150 pounds at the top at lockout. So plus the 55-pound bar and a plate. Went through my first round of 5 sets of 2 raw. They weren't fast, they weren't great. Triceps and everything is definitely out of shape, but it helped fire me up and get me primed and ready to go. Put the catapult on, 25 pounds a side, repeated that process, and then I went to adding shirts after that. So I'm getting nosebleeds. I was stretching. My back is really twisted. Somewhere around my pelvis, my hamstrings are very sore. So I know I have extremely sore hamstrings that's pulling on my glutes and pulling on my pelvis. and that's causing some pain somewhere. So while stretching before I came this morning, in the floor, I just felt myself all of a sudden start choking. I roll over and I'm coughing up blood, and blood's pouring out of my nose, and it's done that since. I'm not like, I've been sick. I'm not sick. My blood pressure's not sky high. I've got a red light on me right now that's causing me to look a little red, but I'm not, like all pumped and holding water and everything. I'm not all bloated. Blood pressure's okay. It's just, the blood thinners that I'm on, any cut, scratch, sneeze, cough, my CPAP could have been pushing too hard last night. I wore it last night for a record number of hours as well. It could be anything, and it doesn't heal, and it just bleeds. So it was doing that. I'm driving in the car all the way here with these up my nose, just trying to stop the blood. Couple sets of heavy bench, and I could feel everything running again, and it's running, about to bust out right now. I can tell. Yeah, there's blood on my finger. So I had fun. I couldn't get by the time I got to the Inzer Rage X 56, because I've got two, one's a 60 and one's a 56. By the time I got to the 56, for me to put enough weight on it to touch, because I didn't have anyone to set the shirt either, I'm getting it on myself. So for me to get enough weight on it to touch, I didn't have enough triceps left to press it out. So my triceps were fatigued fast, which means I'm getting all the presticles worked, the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps. I didn't have enough triceps to lock it out, so they were fried. They were already toast. And then I put the F8 on, and obviously it's a totally different shirt. It's much easier. You see how much easier it is for me to get down than the Inzer Rage X, and then how much easier it flies up. But that's a difficult shirt to unrack as well. So I did 2 sets. My nose was actually pouring, and I was coughing, spitting up blood as well. By the time I got to the 3rd set, I didn't have the triceps to unrack the bar. It was 385 at the top, but that's a lot of sets at a heavy weight. And that shirt is difficult to unrack, but once you get it in the right position, oh man, it's such a fun ride. So the 3rd set, I just didn't unrack it. Went over to log, incline log. I think I'm going to stick with some kind of incline log for a while, and just build some reps. The overhead log is it's too rough on my back, and I've got to find a way to build some log press without killing my back. Not just for the physical part of that, but the mental part of, I can't take another week of being unsuccessful on log. I just can't take another week. So I've got to build it from every other direction. I can build it on lats, hamstrings, biceps, triceps, incline log. Haven't done that in a long time. As well as the work of the landmine, the shoulders. I really have almost no shoulders left because I've had no ability to press anything for a couple of years. Not dumbbells, not Viking press, not log press. So I can build some shoulders. I can build some incline log press. And, when I come to incline log, I can do with bands, with chains. I can do max effort, several different ways of max effort. 5s, 3s, 10s, 8s, 6s, a multitude of options. I can do nothing but that for about 3 months. And then build everything around it, and then maybe I go back to log and I have to one motion everything, or maybe I have to vipor press it from my lap. I don't know. Maybe I have to strict press for a long time. I don't know, but at least I had a fun option today, a fun training program. And honestly, my chest, shoulders, and triceps just feel fried. So I'm getting home, going to watch an episode of Titans with my son before he goes to bed. He had his first Rubik's Cube competition yesterday and did really, really awesome, but didn't get to compete in only but 2 of the 7 or 8 different events. So his total was, he had the worst total because he only did 2 out of 8 events. We didn't have all the cubes. We didn't know all this. Anyway, we had a blast. We saw a bunch of national records get broken. He was a referee for a national record. We knew enough to get through that. It was a blast. So, solid training session, I learned a lot. I think this is kind of the format that I'm going to use for a while to build all of my presses and have a lot of fun and not get burned out mentally. That's important, guys. If you end up in a position like me, I know I rant all the time, but if you end up in a position like me, relate this to your own life. You know, if you find yourself in the same position where you're tired, you're bored, you're in pain, you're not making progress on something, you're just fed up with a certain exercise or lift, you don't have to just quit and give up on it. Find another way to have fun and to make progress. Think back in your head. You know what Clint did? Clint did this crazy thing where it was speed bench against crazy bands, wearing a catapult, wearing 3 different bench press shirts, whatever it was, and he at least held his own or made some kind of progress for 3 or 4 months until he was ready to go back and log press again. So, man, I'm bleeding everywhere. So anyway, I'm going to take care of this. You guys have fun. Atlas Stones tomorrow. We'll see you then. Man, how do you bleed through that? Oh man, it's going everywhere.